Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GED. So we're in one of the worst battlegrounds of all time, but I haven't been in it in like, I don't know, probably 3 years. We're in BFA, or sorry, not BFA, we're in Shadowlands, and I am currently 183 gear score, pretty much decked out in all my purples except for my collar, and this guy's about to mess me up. So I don't know, I'm just wanted to give you some thoughts on what it's been like playing Shadowlands for this past few weeks, right? 2 weeks we're in? Overall, it's been an enjoyable experience, but I think there's still a lot of frustration that people have with the overall design philosophies of Blizzard. Like this one. I have a quest, it's the second week, right? We all have this quest of doing 1500 honor in epic battlegrounds. First of all, people don't like epic battlegrounds. That is why they were put on a separate queue tab, because people absolutely detested playing epic battlegrounds. And now that we're dead, I have a moment to talk to you. Epic battlegrounds are A, too long, B, pretty frustrating, and C, don't reward enough for the average player. Granted, some people really like them, so I mean, it's okay, but the majority of people, like me, don't really like going into epic battlegrounds, and specifically when they reward only 35 anima. Well, it's technically 35 times 5, but it's not worth the time. It's not worth the effort to do all this stuff in epic battlegrounds, because some of these things, man, they last an hour, hour and a half if they get stuck in the back and forth. Right now, I think we're dominating the Alliance, but it's hard to say in Ashran because this battleground can kind of swing at the drop of a hand. Other quests in Shadowlands are kind of similar, like Blizzard said you don't have to do world quests, but they flat out lied. I mean, you have to do world quests to stay relevant with your anima, for your buildings, for your Covenant Sanctum, and most people, you know, even if it's for like cosmetics or something that's normal, that doesn't even affect their player power like mounts, they still want to get it. Why would you make world quests just do absolutely nothing to give you progression? I've been grinding world quests, grinding my daily dungeons, grinding the Maw, and we'll get to the Maw in a second and what I think about that. But yeah, I'm sitting at like, I don't know, probably about 7k anima power even after I did all the rank 1 buildings in my Covenant Sanctum. And I know as the grind progresses, it's going to get more and more frustrating. And that's not going to be cool. Oh man, I messed that DK up. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of frustration in the grind, even though grinding is a part of WoW, right? And you get a new expansion, you grind, you have fun, and you do it. But things like, and here we go, we're going to go into the Maw. Things like the Maw, where you grind, and the mobs are frustratingly hard for the average player. Not so much for people like me that can, you know, do amazing no matter where we are. But for the average player, I know there's a ton of people out there that are really frustrated with the Maw, because A, the mobs have obscene amounts of hit points. And if you're not like super geared like me, 183 at the the second week of the game, the mobs are gonna absolutely destroy you unless you get a big group going. So the casuals are really struggling with Shadowlands, whereas the hardcore raiders like me and my guild, we're just looking at it like, why does this stuff kind of exist? What is the point of the Maw and Torghast time gating our legendaries and time gating stuff that really doesn't matter too much when we just want to raid, we just want to have fun? And I know that's in the pipeline, but Blizzard puts a lot of roadblocks in their games that don't really need to be there. Oh man, these guys got a lot of hit. Oh yeah, saw that coming. So the time gating of legendaries, I guess it's understandable, because I mean, you can't have everyone right out the gates get like rank 3, rank 4 red legendaries. But at the same time, if you're running like Torghast, which is, and Blizzard said it wasn't going to be grindy, but let me tell you, even level 3, level 4 Torghast runs, they take like an hour for each wing. if you're with a group of friends. Maybe solo, you can probably cut that down to about, I don't know, 30-40 minutes. But, you know, solo play versus fun play. And then you got the whole situation of some people can't even do Torghast in certain classes because they're not balanced properly. So they're literally paying for runs in Torghast now. There are people dropping tons of cash on like heroic runs, mythic runs, Torghast runs, just to get help to do this content that basically time gates them. And there's no catch-up mechanic. So really, people that make ults and just run out of time in the week because, first of all, people have jobs, and second of all, people don't want to grind the same content 3-4 times in a week, they tend to lose out. And there's no catch-up, like I said, so people are just kind of struggling, and it puts a lot of ichor in the game. It could have been a fun, super amazing expansion, but it's kind of looking like after the raids release, you're going to have to grind a whole bunch, because once mythics drop, mythic raiding and mythic dungeons, you're going to be grinding. Oh god, I'm going to be killed here. Okay, I'm dead. I just got triple DK'd grip. You're just going to be grinding these dungeons, trying your best to get loot, but you're going to be time gated again because you're not going to get that much loot, and you're going to have to wait pretty much until your weekly chest rolls around every week just to get a piece of gear and hope that it's a good piece, maybe a weapon, maybe a trinket that adds some sort of major damage increase to your character, instead of like maybe 7 or 8 weeks of just rolling loot that doesn't really feel rewarding. Because you're not getting drops from raids anymore, you're not getting drops from mythic dungeons, you're just waiting for that weekly chest. And I really hope I'm wrong on that. I really hope that, you know, once raiding opens up, people get their gear and have fun. And I know my guild and me, we're going to be mythic raiding, so we're going to be decked out to the teeth. But again, the casual, the solo player, the pub, anyone out there, they're going to struggle, man. They're going to struggle so hard. And in fact, you're almost going to need to find a guild in this expansion to succeed, because you can't do it alone. You just cannot do it alone. Oh god, these alliances are super buff. We need to take at least a few of them down with us. Let's go ahead and unleash the power of the Druid. Someone's going to get shot here. Oh wow, that warrior has a lot of hit points. Yeah, so solo play is pretty much out the window. You're going to have to find groups that will help you, will succeed together, and Blizzard really didn't implement a good way of doing that yet. They just haven't got there. They don't have guild halls, they don't have some sort of meeting place where people can meet up, have fun together, and enjoy the content. It's pretty much you play with friends, or you find friends, or you suffer. You just absolutely suffer. And speaking of suffering, I am crushing these alliance players, guys. Just check this out. Just observe the power of the balanced druid. And I do feel like balanced druids are a little overpowered right now, but such is the name of the game. There's always got to be an overpowered class because, hey, you're in an MMO. Every class can't be super balanced. And we just completely wiped them. We're going to probably win due to attrition in 2 more kills here. There's a hunter down. We only got 1 more alliance to kill. There we go. And the damage is out there. Wow, this guy, what is he? He's a balanced druid. He does 1.7 million. That's my brief thoughts on the expansion and what it's entailing so far. Like it or love it, that's pretty much how it's going, and I hope to see you guys once dungeon content releases, and hopefully I get a lot of fat loot, and you do as well.